I'm going to give myself a headache.
I got Rice Krispies Square in my mouth.
What are you doing?
Living my best life.
You're eating Rice Krispies and I'm breaking my neck. This is For Exposure, your weekend love wrestling independent wrestling podcast, and we're eating Rice Krispies and we're moshing out at an unusual 7 p.m. on a Friday night start time because old PLUGGO here has a jam-packed day tomorrow full of lots and lots of stuff going on. We are celebrating our son's birthday. It was last week. We're partying this weekend, plus baseball, all that crazy stuff. And Boris is already in the house saying, look at this. Did you eat those plain Rice Krispies dry?
It was a Rice Krispie Square.
Oh, it was Rice Krispie Square. So at least it wasn't you weren't being a psychotic and just shoveling plain Rice Krispies into your mouth.
If I did that, I'd shovel sugar in my mouth to follow.
Yeah, people that are just like, I like plain Rice Krispies by themselves. You got to watch out for those types.
Do you also like being a serial killer?
Literally, serial killing it. Yeah. Yeah.
So before we
Fernando's in the house. Happy birthday to my son. Thank you.
Oh,
this is PLUGGO's in the house. The apple of my eye. The love of my life. The hottest woman on the planet.
Mrs. PLUGGO, the hustle behind the muscle.
Hells yeah. I told JPJ last night on Beards that I only started doing podcasting so I could flirt with Mrs. PLUGGO.
Solid.
Yeah. It's not chicks, just chick. Just the one chick. Started podcasting just to flirt with her on streams.
Before we talk any wrestling, I want just to bring this to everybody's attention that earlier this morning, I was scrolling through TikTok and I came across a TikTok from one of our favorite movie scenes in 22 Jump Street.
Yes.
When Jonah Hill is doing slam poetry. And an hour before the show, I had not talked to my lovely co-host all day, and he sent me the exact same TikTok. So you know what kind of page we're on today.
That's right.
It's the slam poetry page.
Moving my hands a lot. Yeah, so I saw that because it was on Prime. On Prime, I guess it's coming to Prime or whatever, and I saw that and I sent it to you, and you're like, I already saw it this morning, and I was like, we are best friends.
100%.
So if you want to get on the same wavelength that Blair and I are on, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the live out to your friends, tell them to come hang out with us on this unusual Friday evening show.
But it's going to get you primed for everything going on this weekend. It's a stacked weekend.
Nice.
Jacked and stacked.
God, I thought you were going to say something else. Get me on a tangent again.
No, I don't want you. I don't want you to go off.
Gotta get rid of that.
Yikes!
Listen.
What?
Not get rid of him as a person. Like, obviously, he's allowed to live and enjoy his life. I just don't need to see him for the next 26 days, 21 days. Math is hard.
What about 21 Guns?
What about 21 Jump Street?
Oh, good movie.
Boom.
It all comes full circle.
Full circle. What are we talking about today, Blair?
I don't know. What'd you do all week?
A little Home Depot, a little Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if there's enough time.
Oh, yeah, we might do one.
We do. I watched about half of that yesterday.
Yeah.
I got to finish it today because I ended up having to do something. But yeah.
Okay.
I know a good sand guy. We can get a deal. You want to put sand in here or foam, whatever, man. Golden opportunity here.
I had the house to myself this past week. We'll talk about wrestling right away. This is how we start off every show. If you're new
to the,
if you're new,
yeah. So we know we got to get you to SmackDown. It starts at 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I was flipping through the streamings to see what's on, and the Paul Walker cinematic classic Brick Mansions is up on a streaming service.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, buddy, it's a fantastic film. One of his best. Of his best. I watched that.
It's not She's All That.
Is he in She's All That?
Paul Walker is in She's All That.
Yeah, okay.
He's the mean guy.
Because he did a few of those. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of She's the Man, but yeah, she's All That. He's the one who makes the bet with Chris Evans.
No, he's the one. Yeah, I was gonna say with Freddie Prinze Jr.
They're all the same.
They're the same guy.
Yeah. You could see Chris Evans in the. Chris Evans was in the spoof, not another teen movie.
Another teen movie, yeah. Yep.
Also a solid movie.
Also a solid movie. Yeah. There's a lot of solid movies out there in the world.
Yeah.
When you're not watching us do our thing here at Love Wrestling, you should go watch movies, I guess.
You watched the C4 show, did you not?
I haven't finished it all the way through yet. I watched about the first half of it the other night. Always a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any matches stand out to you?
I'd have to say I like the Von Vertigo, and oh my, I'm gonna blank on her name. They were talking about how good, like, she's an up and comer in the scene. She tagged
Drea Mitchell.
Drea Mitchell, yes, thank you. She tagged with Vaughn, and they took on Gabriel Fuerza and Alexia Nicole, and that match rocked.
Okay,
and Drea, is that what she said?
Yeah,
she's fantastic.
Okay, so perfect timing. I was saving this for tidbits, but the fact that you mentioned it, we'll talk about it now because C4 just announced a steel cage tornado tag match at the June 27th show. Yes. Von Vertigo, Drea Mitchell versus Alexia Nicole and Gabriel Fuerza. Look,
and if they do what they did at the C4 show there, heck yeah, good times.
Everyone in that match is a fantastic wrestler, and I'm telling you right now, Drea Mitchell will be the next big thing in wrestling.
Yeah, she was
no doubt about it. She is absolutely fantastic in the ring. She is the name that you have to watch for. Like, no word of a lie. Drea Mitchell's fucking fantastic.
Oh, you said it for 10 minutes. Maria's in the house saying the score and Never Been Kissed. Dare the Amazing said, "What's up? Whoa, crazy cage match." Yes, absolutely.
So,
welcome to the chat, friends.
Paul Walker was in Never Been Kissed?
I've never seen it, so I don't know. Paul Walker movies that I'm aware of off the top of my head would be She's All That and the Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious.
But I've only seen like the first. I've only seen the first one, so I actually don't know about anything after that. Did you freeze?
You've only seen the first Fast and the
Furious? Or are you just that stunned that I've only seen the first Fast and the Furious? Yes, I've only seen the first one. I don't dislike the first one, but it wasn't like, it's not necessarily my movie. You know what I mean? Like my type of movies.
I think you need to see what it's all about.
But I know like the second one doesn't even have Vin Diesel or Paul Walker.
Paul Walker's in it, so is Tyrese.
Oh, is he? I know it stars the dude that was in Friday Night Lights, the quarterback Mike Winchell. Mike Winchell left quarterbacking Permian High School.
The third one. Yeah, that's the third one.
The Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, Tokyo Drift.
Oh. Well.
And yes, Paul Walker was in The Skulls. He's also with Joshua Jackson. He's also in the movie Running Scared. Underrated movie. So,
not to be confused with Paul Walker Hauser, who independently wrestles on the scene. Who you've corrected me multiple times over the years, telling me his name is Walter Hauser, not Walker Hauser.
Timeline, that's on the streamings, yeah. Paul Walker, he's got some banger movies.
Yeah, well,
right. Maybe have a little Paul Walker marathon this week.
I was gonna say I've not watched any of this. This weekend is not the weekend for a Paul Walker marathon. Maybe Sunday if I get done with everything we got to get done. Like I have to do guard work and stuff. You know, the usual, because I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm hoping it just rains on Sunday and everything's nice and beautiful tomorrow. Yeah, that's the hope. You know, it's Money in the Bank weekend as well. Worlds collide, things of that nature.
It's a busy weekend. You know, there's a lot going on.
If you're a wrestling fan, there's a couple of major shows we're going to talk about as well.
There is, and I'm actually going to find those right now.
Because it's GCW's Tournament of Survival is tomorrow night, and then Cage of Survival is Sunday.
Yep, and Saturday night, you can also check out the Deathmatch Hall of Fame.
And if you are interested, Big Bad Boris, that comes and hangs out with us monthly to do LPW preview shows, will be doing a watch-along Saturday for the Tournament of Survival at 5 p.m. Eastern, right? Not here, on the Love Wrestling Twitch channel. So if you want to watch that with Boris, I might pop in and say hello if I am home by then. I do not know, but yeah, that'll be a good time.
Hell yeah. So it's a busy weekend GCW wise. There's even a JCW show on Thursday night. We'll talk about that a little later on, with quite a few new names entering the JCW picture, which I like that, because hopefully that continues to extend to GCW.
Yeah, that partnership always seems to work out. Where are we starting, Blair?
Well, that's we're having a little fun with this. We're going to do this. We're going to talk a little bit about the tournament of survival.
Yeah. Before we do that, go ahead. We can do that.
You just want to throw up some of the past winners so you can know,
what you're up against here.
Yeah.
Our boy Cyclope.
Oh, you know that I'm all about the Cyclope.
Yeah, he's got a big match this week.
He does. So some of the who's who in deathmatch wrestling in there. So
yeah, that's gonna be Rena Yamashita, John Wayne Murdoch, Alice Colon, Nick Gage, dude, Danny Havoc. That's some who's who. Drew Parker, Cyclope,
John Wayne Murdoch.
He's a badass. We'll see how it goes this weekend. But that's usually I don't know. He's usually always at the top of the favorites list, man. It's hard to argue it.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like this year there's some, I don't want to say newer names, but it's a few names of surprise in there. I think there's even a mystery person that they haven't yet said who it is. So
who do you think it is?
R-Truth.
Oh my god, dude, that would be amazing. So
I don't know.
He just comes out and he goes, I thought this was Money in the Bank. And then he wins the whole thing.
It's
Deathmatch Truth would be excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of wondering what if he does do any indies. I'm sure he'll do a couple, because people are going to pay for it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I'm curious to see how that'll be, because he'd be over balls.
Over like Rover. Yeah. If he entered the Tournament of Survival, whoo boy.
Who are you thinking for that mystery person?
It's a pipe dream, but it's a long shot. But I'd love to see Sawyer Wreck return. But I know she's retired. But never say never in wrestling, right? So
I don't know. I think Sawyer's good. I think they're happy just doing what they're doing.
But hey, what's the Gage up to? That's always.
Hey, he's at a rough go. So
Maki Ito, she available for this? I don't know. She's the cutest deathmatcher in the world.
Maybe Jimmy Lloyd, Broski Jimmy.
Could be. Could see Jimmy Lloyd.
Hell, you know what? Put Cardona in there.
I was gonna say that was gonna when she said Jimmy Lloyd. That kind of why not, right? Mm-hmm. Why not have Cardona do that? That'd be an interesting run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, they're building it up as it's going to be something big, so it might be something. Who has just been released that you could be in this thing? Who just got released that's their 90 days is up, they could hop into this thing and do a Cardona style, where it's I didn't expect that to be the place that they landed.
Well, I mean, there are quite a few names who they could enter and change the whole perspective of how they were before.
Priscilla Kelly, but they've already announced her shows down the line.
I'm thinking a Carl Fredericks.
There you go.
But I think
Cedric Alexander Fernando, that would be something.
Hey.
Man, that's a shout.
Because that as with the wrestlers that were released, obviously there's that, what are they how are they going to approach the next steps in their career, And we've always talked about doing it the Cardona way, almost reinventing yourself and really embracing the indies and just doing it for yourself, busting your ass, doing what you got to do. So for some of those wrestlers, after being released, that's an easy, like, hey, I want to show everyone what I'm all about. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to let you guys see that, like, I can do this. I'm embracing the indies.
Yep. I'm not Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
I'm Matt Cardone. Shayna Baszler. She's more of the blood sport type, but that'd be a wild moment.
So
we'll see. We'll
you
see.
never know.
Natty. Natalia
Natty hasn't been released yet.
No, but she did do blood sport.
She did do blood sport. And I think she did evolve this
Yeah. So. Not that she's been released, but that gimmick of her being a badass just in the turn of her survival, just going, oh God. Her Dr. Redacted just going at it. Oh, give me all of that.
Natty's too busy battling with Big Cat Nikita Lyons.
That's right. She's too busy hanging out with Takira Tozawa. But I don't know who it's going to be. It's going to be somebody, and we're either going to be like, holy shit, or we're going to go, oh, that's interesting. Like, it's going to be an intriguing moment. We'll see.
Well, whoever it is has Matt Tremont first round. So
maybe it's not somebody big, right? Because
it's also an ultra-violent championship match. So more stakes into it.
Maybe it's not anybody at that level.
Yeah.
Because you get Tremont and then you immediately I don't think you debut in the Tournament of Survival and win your Ultimate Violent. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, I mean, that's a big stepping stone.
It would be big.
Shotzi Blackheart. Boom.
Boom. Hey, why not? Shotzi loves that shit.
Yeah.
She'd be down.
So there's also a triple threat as an opening round match. Otis Koger versus Dr. Redacted versus Beastman. You know that I love Beastman.
Look at Dr. Redacted's face really quick, knowing that he's got to go in between those two behemoth of men. Like, poor guy is going to get just wrecked.
Oh, that one is going to be an absolute battle.
Yes. Oh.
Blood will be spilled. There will be violence, and hopefully Beastman is gnawing meat off a bone again. I still like that. Okay. Where are the rest of my Tournament of Survival graphics?
I don't know. You uploaded the graphics this week. It's on you, big dog.
Butchered that one. So, just give me 1 sec. I'm going to see if I can re-add them. I don't know where they went.
While he does that, I'll vamp a little bit and say LPW 38, June 27th, LPW 38 is coming back to the Rec Room in Alberta. Sinner and Saint's going to be there. These guys in the corner, Paralira, they'll be there, I would think, since they're on the graphic. It's going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm. Just give me 1 sec. I think I deleted the graphics.
Speaking of LPW things, Rich King with Thaddeus Archer III. Talk about something that I aesthetically cannot stand, but it's going to pay dividends for sure. Mm-hmm. Like, it just throws my eyeballs off seeing Rich King and Thaddeus Archer hanging out together, given the history between the Rads and Seven and Thaddeus and all that. And it just burns my retinas, but I know that that's going to lead to a LPW Grand Championship in Rich King's future. You know
what that reminded me of was it's like Bobby Heenan managing an Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, yeah. I found them, so I'm just going to re-upload them. I apologize for that.
RK Shuttlesworth, welcome to the chat over on the Twitch machine, saying that he's gotten back on his credit card payments, or else he'd be watching some GCW probably. Yeah, I mean that checks out. I do understand that I sometimes got to cut back on some subscriptions as well.
Yeah, I cancel my Observer.
Triller has made the cut still, but it gets close some months where I go, I didn't really watch anything this month.
But yeah. You could watch tomorrow afternoon, and see the Bev versus Daiju Wakamatsu
opening round match. I don't know much about either one of those gentlemen, but this is what I love about it. I'll find out.
Or you can see John Wayne Murdoch versus Mr. Danger.
Yeah. Listen here, John Wayne Murdoch. Mr. Danger's coming for that crown, baby. He's going to shock the world. He's going to win the opening round of the Tournament of Survival. He's going to go all the way to the top because I am pro Mr. Danger on this podcast. Blair, are you with me, brother? Are you with me? Mr. Danger. Mr. Danger. Shock the world. We're calling it now.
I am a Mr. Danger stan.
That's right, baby. Count your numbers, Mr. Murdoch, Mr. Duke. Mr. Danger's coming. Upset right there. Calling it. Better picks, FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever. Put all your money on Mr. Danger, baby.
All right. That is Tournament of Survival. That's happening tomorrow.
So how that works is those are all opening round matches.
Yeah.
And then they will face. It's a tournament. So that's why there's only a few graphics so far.
Yeah.
That's right. Maria's got it. Danger, danger, danger. I love me some Mr. Danger.
Well, you know who I love?
Me.
Yes, you.
Aw.
And our boy, Cyclope.
That's another Cyclope. This is Cage of Survival. This is Sunday at 5. And that match, Medo Extremo, I hope you're ready. Our boy Cyclope is coming.
Look, Extremo, your days are numbered.
My guy, listen.
Days are numbered. Cyclope is coming for you. Cage of Survival?
Yeah. You treated our guy Cyclope all wrong. And we don't appreciate that. And we're waiting for you to get your comeuppance, as the kids say.
We are Team Cyclope up in here.
That's right. Cyclope till we die.
Hell yeah. So, Cyclope's taking that bad boy. Love
Cyclo stands. Cyclope stands.
Cyclo stands, yeah.
That's right.
There are some very fun matches on this GCW card. There's also Masha Slamovich defending the JCW World Championship against KJ Orso. How are you feeling with KJ's new persona, new attitude?
Can I say it and not sound like a jerk? But I actually find KJ Orso more interesting than Fuego del Sol.
I don't think that's making you sound like a jerk. I think it's
okay. I just think he's more interesting. Yeah, I think it's been interesting. Now every time we have this talk, is this the time that Masha loses that JCW championship? Every time we bring it up, she magically keeps it.
I think she's gonna keep it still.
I think she's gonna keep it still. We're not feeling KJ Orso as the victor here.
Not yet. I think it'll be a really fun match. But I think Masha's gonna keep it.
Okay. I could see that. Mm-hmm. It would be a big shot in the arm for this new KJ Orso persona character if he were to pull off the biggest win of his career right here.
I agree, my dude. I agree.
I know we don't see it. Sorry, bud.
The recently released, or I guess his contract ran out, Bear Bronson is going to be facing off with Slade.
Love me some Slade. Bear Bronson, he wrestled at the C4 show in a big meaty men match with Jesus, it's been so long. It feels like it's been so long to watch it. But that match was good too. I like his presentation. His music was hitting. It ended in I believe it ended in a no contest.
Okay.
It was another big guy. Oh my gosh, who is it? Oh, you're looking it up, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he saw KJ streaming out here talking about giving up his mask. He did a good job of selling it. Yeah, he did, Shuttlesworth. Did a great job of selling it. It's been an interesting angle. It's been a new little shot in the arm for him.
Dominic Garini.
That's right, Dominic Garini. I was making dinner while I was watching that match. That's probably why I forgot. But Dominic Garini, big meaty man slapping me.
Hey, that's okay. Man's got to eat, Mr. Leahy.
Yeah, I got to eat. Got to watch wrestling, doing it all.
Yeah, I mean, big opportunity for Bear. This is kind of what I was talking about with the mystery person for the Tournament of Survival. You know, you can go in, step in there right away, and put some respect on that name. You know, show them what you can do.
Show them what you're working with.
Shake your ass.
Watch yourself. Shake it.
Yes. Show me what you're working with.
Young and successful. Sex symbol. Such a great song.
I wish Mr. Danger would use the Mystical song Danger when he came out. Danger. Watch yourself.
He might after he sees this and he wins the Tournament of Survival.
I hope so.
The graphic you put up earlier with all the past winners, it's just Mr. Danger's, the 2025. Oh, man. Yeah, it'd be so good.
We also have a dog collar match, Joey Janela versus Atticus Cogar.
Now, is this since it's Cage of Survival and it's a dog collar match, is it going to be a dog collar match inside of a cage?
I would assume so.
Heck yeah, dude. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be, there's a lot of history between these two, you know, and Joey Janela is a crazy person and Atticus Cogar is a crazy person, and you put a dog collar match on. That's going to be, there's been a lot of dog collar matches popping up over this 2025. That seems to be the new info. Maybe because it's, especially I guess for independent promotions, it's probably a nice, easy stipulation to do. I don't know how much a dog collar costs, but it can't cost that much, you know, opposed to putting up a giant cage or doing all sorts of crazy stuff on some of these lower indies. Like, we'll just put them in dog collars.
You know, it's an attraction.
Yeah.
You know, and it works because how many dog collar matches did you see before this? You know, especially on the indies, they were very few and far between. I don't think I've ever seen one. So to have them now be as popular as they are, like, yeah, because I want to be able to see one live.
Yeah.
I want to see the deathmatch king or the dog collar king, Elliot Tyler, in dog collar match. Because you know he runs that stuff.
Yeah, he does. So. He maybe him and Mars could have a dog collar match. Get his win back.
And I mean, he is going to be facing off. We'll talk about it next week, but the Black Hole Pro Wrestling Show happening June 20th. Elliot Tyler's facing off against Alan Angels, and the Prestige Championship is on the line.
Yeah.
We're going to preview that show next week, but just wanted to throw that out there.
Yes, sir. Dog collars making a comeback. That's right, Maria.
Mm-hmm. We also have Team GCW versus Team JCW. So you've got Matt Tremont, John Wayne Murdoch, Jimmy Lloyd, and Effie against Too Tough Tony, Mickey Knuckles, and the Brothers of Funstruction.
Whatever. Whatever, man. You lost me at JCW. Although Mickey Knuckles is dope. I've seen her. She's fantastic.
What's the hate on for JCW?
I just don't like Insane Clown Posse. I just don't like Juggalos are not my thing. I'm Team Effie on this 100%. I'm Team GCW on this 100%.
I just like to get you going. That's all it is.
Listen, I just don't enjoy me some Insane Clown Posse. There's never been one moment where I went, yep, that's my vibe.
You don't want to crush some Faygo and...
Listen, I'll crush some Faygo. 100%. Faygo is a delicious soda. It's unfortunate that it is intertwined with this.
Do they have, like, you know how there's Coke Zero? Is there a Faygo Zero?
I have no idea.
Can you look into this for me?
I can't. Faygo Zero.
If there is, can you send me some?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I'll send you some ketchup chips or all dressed chips.
Ew, I don't like ketchup. All dressed chips. So we have those down here.
You don't like ketchup?
I don't like ketchup. No.
Like even on a burger or fries?
No.
What do you put on your fries?
I eat them plain or dip them in some ranch or something. Or something else. Barbecue sauce. Something other than...
Just not into ketchup. Was there a ketchup incident in the past?
Do I have a ketchup secret like on Seinfeld? No, I don't like tomatoes, so I envision squirting ketchup all over as it says that they have Faygo Zero Sugar. Different flavors. I'll have to look into where they're at around here.
If you could hook me up with some, I'd be very appreciative.
But yeah, I don't like tomatoes, so I don't like I get no ketchup on nothing. Like it's not my vibe.
See, I don't like tomatoes, but I like ketchup. Like, I don't like the texture of, like, a tomato.
Yeah.
I don't want to taste that.
I don't like the texture. I think ketchup tastes weird. Sugary tomato. It's not a good thing.
That's fair. That is the.
What? Yeah. No, I don't. No.
Yeah, good question. Good question.
Okay. So this is I do not eat spaghetti. Spaghetti sauce and pizza sauce are different, and I will tell you this: I can't if you were to give me some Chicago style deep dish pizza with chunky pizza sauce all over it. I can't vibe with it. I do eat pizza, but it has to be lightly sauced, and I go barbecue chicken pizza or something else. But because everything that you put on top of a pizza and encompasses with a pizza usually offsets. But once I get the hint that sauce is too much or it's taken over the slice of pizza, I don't vibe with that slice of pizza.
Okay, that's fair. I'm a light sauce kind of guy on pizza.
Yeah, people make fun of me for that all the time, but everything you throw on top of a pizza offsets it. But if you get into that overly sauce, I can't do it.
Yeah, because I don't want too much sauce. I don't want it to overtake the pizza because that's not fun.
Don't tempt me with a credit card to get pizza. Hey, pizza's on. Listen, I don't know how many times I've taken a credit card going, I shouldn't do this, but I want a pizza. Yeah. But I'm not here. I'm not a good financial advisor, so don't take my advice. Spaghetti, I'd rather have Alfredo. I'll eat Alfredo sauce on spaghetti every time.
I'm looking for a picture if I can find it to upload it with all of our talk of Italian food. That is very on point, but I don't think I'll be able to find it to make it.
But yeah, I'm a weird individual in that aspect. I don't know what it is. Pizza's fine. Because honestly, if we're being honest, a lot of pizzas, if you go just generic pizza, if you get a frozen Tombstone or a frozen Jack's, that's not tradition. That's some fake sauce type stuff, It's the but spaghetti sauce is that's real deal where they take the crushed tomatoes and that's gross. It's not my vibe.
Okay. I unfortunately cannot find it, but that is okay.
Which, funny enough, was the only thing my mother growing up would allow me. She would make me a different meal than everyone else. She was very hard set on if we're eating it, you're eating it. That was the one thing that for some reason I was able to convince her that I absolutely couldn't stand it, and she'd always make me something different that night.
That's fair.
So shout out to Mama Pluggo for that.
I think that's a perfect time for this. Hey, it's Blairs Tidbits.
Tidbits! Tidbits, Blairs Tidbits, Blair. Beep boop bop, Tidbits.
Beep boop bop.
Beep boop bop. Cynthia.
A plethora of GCW match announcements. We'll run through some of them. I'm sure we will talk about them more in depth later on, but Boss of all bosses. It's happening July 11th in Dallas. See Mance Warner versus Ricky Morton.
What?
Never would have imagined we'd ever see this match.
Poor Ricky Morton, man. Is that worth it?
So that's going to be happening all in weekend. We've also got happening June 22nd, Effie versus Too Cold Scorpio.
Yes, sir. That'll be a good time.
Masha Slamovich versus Mickey Knuckles.
Mickey Knuckles coming back after this weekend.
Mm-hmm. We've also got Jonathan Gresham versus LPW alum Deonna Purrazzo, July 19th. Bash at the ballpark.
That's awesome. I love a good wrestling show at a ballpark.
Mm-hmm. Steve Macklin making his GCW debut. Good for Steve Macklin.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we've also got West Coast Pro announced Kevin Blackwood versus Cedric Alexander, 2 out of 3 falls.
Heck yeah, that's gonna be a banger.
We've got the Inspiration versus Elena Black and B Priestley happening at Combat Clash 25.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
No, not at all.
And this one is a fun one. So West Coast Pro is putting on a show. It's called For the Love of the Game. And what they're doing is tickets are going to be very limited to it. And how it's going to work is you get a ticket, but you don't pay until after the show. And you're paying what you feel it was worth.
Interesting. I like that.
So tickets are extremely limited for that. So
very cool. I didn't upload it because I haven't, but I will promote it further as we get closer. But my local independent wrestling is Indy Hartwell is coming to RCW on July 26th. So nice. I think I might have to whip up some graphics for the Indy in the Minute for that one.
Yeah, let's do it up because this week's Indy in a Minute, we might as well. Great segue because here we like to do Indy in a Minute just to talk about an upcoming show that a local independent is happening, and it might be on a streaming service, it might not. This week's Indy in a Minute, it is actually going to be up on YouTube to watch. It is Absolute Intense Wrestling, AIW, happening down in Ohio. You will be able to see Dr. Daniel Rockingham versus Jeff Steele.
Jeff Steele looks like he saw a ghost.
Yeah. Derek Dillinger versus Austin James versus Evil Uno versus Dominic Guarini.
Yes, I just saw they were C4. They wrestled at C4.
Yeah, Katie Arquette was there as well. And she's going to be facing off against Zoe Sky. You will also see Tyson Riggs versus Shimbashi. And the one I am most excited for, To Infinity and Beyond versus the Headbangers.
Headbangers, let's go.
So that is happening Saturday, June 7th, down in Youngstown, Ohio. It is streaming live on the AIW Wrestling YouTube. So, check it out. Let us know what you think. And, I think it's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, I thought now it's all coming back to me, the matches I watched at C4, but that Derek Dillinger, and that was a good, he's interesting. Yeah. An interesting guy. I kind of like the vibe a little bit. But I don't think I'm supposed to because he's a bad guy. But
that's okay though.
I liked it.
That's all right. Defy has a show coming up. I think it's on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to throw up a graphic for it, and then we'll discuss. June 13th. So next Friday.
Yeah.
Sinner and Saint versus C4, 2 out of 3 falls. Tag team championship match.
Nice.
Look, this match is going to be incredible.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be great. It's up on Triller, is it? Live on Triller.
Yes, and guess what? Those two beautiful gentlemen I said last night, they could have been down here in the corner. They're coming to LPW 38. Sinner and Saint, baby.
They had a great match against Cowboy Way at the West Coast Pro Show last weekend. Came up a little short against Manders, and I can't remember the other guy's name, unfortunately. But it was a really fun match. The first time I'd seen Manders tagging with this guy, and it was great. Sinner and Saint put on a great performance, came up a little short, but no doubt that they will be back in the title picture. But they're going to have their hands full of C4. Cody Chun and Guillermo, incredible wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
I'm hyped for that one.
Defy's been putting on some bangers, man. Chug.
And I like this show because, obviously there's the regular Defy crew, but there's also quite a few newer names kind of showing up in Defy for this one, and we're going to get to them. But yeah. Sarah and Saint saw them at NEW separately. Interesting to see them come together and see them in TNA. Yeah, man.
Killing it in TNA.
Yeah, love what Sinner and Saint have been able to do, and it's great to see them up on the stage of TNA.
I don't know. And I don't know if they have anything going on. There's Against All Odds tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern. TNA's got a show. I just saw it this morning, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" So they might be on that as well.
10 o'clock Eastern
because it's out in Arizona. Or something like that. It's on the West Coast, and so it said 10 o'clock Eastern on the app, and I was like, "Oh." Well, maybe I'll stay up a little bit and watch TNA.
I'll be sleeping, but
what are you gonna be dreaming about?
The Bollywood boys facing off against American Guns. That's what.
Yeah, Bollywood boys rock.
I know very little about American Guns, but I'm very into them.
Yeah.
Look at that promo pic.
Yeah. That's a promo pic where you go, I got to know more about these guys.
Yes.
Like that is, do some research, learn about those guys.
So when you can be drawn in to something like that, it's like, hell yeah. I forgot 2 tidbits that I'll punch up afterwards because I have to
dude.
I know.
Sloppy.
It's because I had to screen share these ones.
It's because it's Friday. It's throwing you off.
It is. What's her name? The Friday singer, Rebecca Black.
It's Friday, Friday. I gotta get down on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah.
Hopefully, I didn't sound too much like her. We'll get demonetized.
It was close. Artemis Spencer versus Joey Janela.
Ah, that's good. Love Artemis Spencer. And we talked about Joey earlier. Love him too. That'd be a good time.
Totally a match I never would have expected to happen, though.
No, not at all.
So I'm into it, though. I will watch that. You know?
In it to win it.
I'm in it to win it.
That's right.
You will see for the Defy Women's World Championship, Marina Shafir defending against Vipress.
Yes, sir. Marina Shafir rules. I say it every time we put up a graphic because people that don't watch the indies much probably go, oh, that lady that just hangs out with John Moxley. No, she's awesome. She rules. Mm-hmm. Vipress is awesome too.
And I think that she's even gotten better since taking on doing the indies. Hasn't wrestled much with AEW, but I think her indie work has been fantastic.
Yeah, I think the reason she doesn't wrestle much in AEW is because then they're going to have this weird catch-22 problem where if she can't take a bunch of losses because then it ruins kind of the Death Rider mystique that she has as the enforcer for Moxley. But if she wins a shit ton of matches, then they're going to have to put her in a world title situation, and then you have this both titles are just going to be in briefcases type deal. And yeah. So I think they're actually doing her a service by only sparingly using her like they did Anarchy in the Arena and stuff. But no, Vipress is cool. That's going to be a good time. Marina absolutely kills it on the indies.
How are you feeling about this little bad boy right here?
Oh, I feel like that's a bad boy for life, dude. Oh, Cedric Alexander, Starboy Charlie. That, if you blink, you'll miss 6 moves.
Yeah, 100%.
If you blink, you're going to be like, I just missed the greatest sequence of moves of all time, and then they're going to come with more. That's awesome. Cedric Alexander's on to be on the indies, and this is a guy that I think is going to want to show out and want to wrestle these matches and remind everybody of who he was back when he was at his peak. And Starboy Charlie is the perfect person to do that. As I say this, as my sock falls off my foot.
It happens, you know.
Especially with these no-show socks, they keep just rolling down.
I hate that.
I know. I bought them, but they were on clearance, so I could return them. And I was like, I'll give them a shot. I don't love them.
What's my clearance, Clarence?
Dare the Amazing. You're right. Cedric and Starboy will be a fun match. Yep. Heck to the yeah.
Follow this up with the other match never expected to happen. Megan Bayne versus Nicole Matthews.
The show is just banger after banger after banger. This might be one of those that you go, I'm going to stay up and watch this.
Like I said before, a bit of a different vibe for this one, but still very much into it.
Megan Bayne is one of the hardest hitting wrestlers out there. But Nicole Matthews is no slouch. She can hard hit with the best of them. Nicole Matthews is kind of Swiss Army knife. She can do any kind of match you want her to do, but she will stand there and she will mix it up with Megan Bayne. And I think Megan might be a little caught off guard by it, just somebody being like, you ain't knocking me down. So that'll be good time. Good times all around.
Okay, so
I defy you to find a bad match on this card.
Well, I have one more match to throw up there, and it's not going to be a bad match. This could be the match that's going to steal the show.
Ooh, show stealers. I like those too.
Mark Wheeler versus Evan Rivers.
Yes.
Now,
Mark Wheeler's fantastic. Evan Rivers, both LPW alums.
Yeah. I just saw Mark Wheeler wrestle here in Winnipeg a few weeks ago, him and Jesse V. look, I'm so hyped for this match. Mark Wheeler is such a solid wrestler, and like I don't know if these two have faced off before, but even if they have, this is a match that like I'd put my phone down for this one. You know, it's like phone down, eyes locked on the screen, because you know it's going to be great.
How are you going to tweet how awesome it is?
I will do that afterwards.
Okay.
Yes, or I'll speech to text.
What I like to do with matches that I feel like that, I like to go. So and so's coming up next. See you in like 20 minutes. Because that'll be one. Yeah, they're gonna be awesome. That's a fight show. Is really good. Like,
yeah.
I want to say sneaky good, but it's not. They're putting it out there, man. It's out there. It's just that's a great card. Like, it's gonna be wall to wall action.
Yeah, I'm very much into it. I think you got some, Defy debuts there. It's just gonna be good. It's something you can just sit down, relax, watch some great independent wrestling. So that is on Friday. On Thursday, JCW has a show, and I'm into it, especially for the name, because it gives old school, like mid-90s vibes to it.
And this is a JCW I can get behind. Yes.
So the show is called rex.sports.pro wrestling. It's
I love it.
Yeah, it was like back in the day, it was almost like a message board type format, like I remember trading hockey cards on like a rex.hockey cards forum, so like, and that was back when like you were mailing somebody hockey cards and there was a chance you were getting nothing back.
Oh yeah.
Because this is, 95, 96.
I love it.
But like, I love the name. And
ASL, bro, ASL.
Yeah. No, man.
You're not going to give me your ASL?
No. Too old. But Charles Mason versus Jake Parnell, the war horse, the nihilist. I said that there was going to be some newer names showing up in JCW. I mean, maybe not as familiar names, but this is one of them. So Charles Mason versus Jake Parnell.
Yeah.
Making their JCW debut. I know they just made their West Coast Pro debut not too long ago. Maggie Lee.
Very cool.
Yeah. She's also up on TNA as well, doing some stuff there.
TNA is, man, killing it.
TNA is. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Wake up.
I know. It's a long day today.
Oh, I hear you, man. I'm tired, too, and I didn't even do anything today. I am very excited that he is getting this opportunity match. The team of Jordan Oliver and Alec Price defending the GCW Tag Team Championships against O'Shea Edwards and Isaiah Bronner. Can I tell you that how old these graphics are and the vibe they were going for? I was like, why is Isaiah Bronner and Alec Price teaming together? Because I'm used to going horizontally, not vertically.
You had it right, horizontally.
Because as the kids say, words are hard.
Yes. I absolutely love O'Shea Edwards.
Yeah.
Like, dude is such an incredible wrestler. And I'm very stoked that he's getting more opportunities. He was in GCW a couple weeks ago, now getting a tag shot at JCW. So I'm all over this.
And I love me some Isaiah Bronner in the same vein. So that's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I'm into that. You will also see Griffin McCoy and Jackson Drake coming to the Mecca.
Cheese ball smile on Griffin McCoy's face.
Yeah.
He is so happy to be there. Oh, very cool.
So you kind of mentioned, like, is this going to be the one where Masha loses when I threw up that graphic against the KJ Orso one?
Yeah, we've been saying it for a while. Not because we want her to lose it, but she has held it for a historic amount of time.
This match is one that I think it's possible that she loses.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, my boy. Man, Mako's in the house.
So, look, if there's one, I think that this could be the one that Masha loses. And I'd be into it. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, Matt Mako's been doing some good things. I love what he does. And Masha, I think he'll match styles with Masha perfectly.
Yeah, so that's one I'm into, and I'd be okay with Mako being the JCW World Champion. You know?
I'm down.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's make it happen.
You're picking up what I'm throwing down.
But I will say that we got to tread lightly because we don't want Masha on our bad side. Because you know what they say, Masha's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I want that.
No,
I don't want that evil put on me, Ricky Bobby. I hope you have beautiful, handsome sons, and their gift is taken away. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh. Okay. You will see Matt Tremont and Bam Sullivan versus Mad Dog Connolly and Beastman.
Oh, put him in some dog collars, dude.
You know, you may as well.
That's gonna be a big old slugfest.
Like this is
there's gonna be no love lost in that match at all.
Like this is very much a show for like it has a little bit of everything for everyone, you know?
The JCW does that. They do a really good job of mixing in like all sorts of different styles as the little like the sister company to GCW.
Yeah.
So
100%. I like that, Joe. You a little variety in there.
Yeah, variety. Little little Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't know if there's gonna be enough time.
I don't know if there's gonna be enough time. But you will make time for this.
Will I?
A scramble match with Zeta Steel versus Becca versus Ava Everett versus Gypsy Mac versus Janai Kai versus Nixie XS.
Okay, you were right. I will make time for that. That's going to be awesome. Lots of very talented ladies in that match. Going to rule.
Like, I'm very stoked that Nixie's getting the opportunities because she's someone who's slowly appearing more and more. When we had Mackenzie Morgan on, I know Mackenzie talked about, wrestling Nixie. So it's nice to see these wrestlers getting those opportunities.
I'm just excited to see Becca's entrance again because every time she does it, then it gets stuck in my head. Becca!
I'm into it. I like that scramble match. I think it's gonna be a fun
one. Very good. Becca! But that's gonna be a good time.
So I mentioned that I had 2 other tidbits to throw up, so I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll run through some Hood Slam clips or Hood Slam graphics because that is happening tonight. Defy tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. They are doing some wrestling at the Lariat Bar. It's Pride Month, so go out, show some support, have some fun, and watch some wrestling.
Hell yeah.
Yep, so we got that. And we also have this one right here because I showed it to you earlier and I'm very stoked for it. Monty Brown is coming to StarCast, the alpha male.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
You could just cancel everything else around that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need anything else since the alpha male, Monty Brown, is going to be there.
No, that's perfect. I love Monty Brown. I'm glad he's kind of reappearing,
Yeah.
So I'm into it. So
StarCast on All In / WWE Super Weekend.
I thought you would like that. So
I do like that.
We got a few minutes left. Hood Slam, they have a show going on tonight.
Ooh.
It is going to be up on Triller. So I'll quickly scooch through the graphics. Becca is going to be facing off with Laura Frazier.
Becca!
I apologize that the graphics are not full
screen. I apologize for my screamo. Becca! Sorry.
I will know this for next time that we will just put the screen share the graphics.
The Hood Slam mess up their graphics.
There is going to be this was the main graphic. They didn't have one for the the match, but Kid Bandit's going to be facing off against Dark Sheik.
Cereal Man.
Yeah, Cereal Man's going to be.
Who the hell is Cereal Man?
Well, probably eats Rice Krispies.
I think he just became my best friend, my favorite wrestler of all time. I love a good bowl of cereal. Oh man, I got to find out about this guy.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Hey.
So there's also El Chupacabra versus Kita.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
Heck yeah.
You also see. I know I really should have wrote down all the names for these ones because they didn't put them up on the graphics. So I'm trying to find it. You can tell this is like a high-end operation here. So I'm not going to find it.
He's scrambling right now.
I am scrambling. Scrambling like a 6-person scramble match, I tell you. You will see, okay, Anton Voorhees and Richard Schnary versus Mako Mayer and Mighty Mayra. And I think that is it because the other one got switched. So there you go.
He likes unique. RK Shuttlesworth likes unique wrestling gimmicks. Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
If it's because I like different. If it's different and I ain't seen it before, I'm like, I'm in.
So yeah, I'm glad it's something to check out. It's up on Triller. Give it a watch. Then you can check out GCW tomorrow. Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
So
GC Dubs big weekend. Defies next weekend. GCW. It's gonna be a good couple of weeks of independent wrestling for sure.
Yes, and I will take this time to mention that next week on the show we are going to be looking at. Next week, we will be previewing the Black Hole Pro show, so you can be looking forward to that.
Black Hole Pro, won't you wrestle? It's like Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun, no?
Okay. I totally didn't pick that up.
Oh, sorry. I had to keep going, but you gave me a look like stop singing. You've got this look like don't sing anymore.
Black Hole Pro, GCW, we'll probably talk about. Black Label Pro has a show coming up too, so.
Oh yeah, they have a show next Saturday. Elena Black's going to be there. Yeah, so my neck of the neck of the woods, but it's close.
You're gonna go.
My chest of the woods.
Yeah, you're gonna go check it out.
We'll see. Baseball depends on schedules. Baseball takes precedent in the summer months.
Baseball.
OVW's coming next Friday as well. OVW's going to be in like 45 minutes from me. And I'm just like, oh, this stuff.
I'll save my comments for when we're off air.
Somebody invited me, and I was just like,
Look, I would check out one of their shows.
No.
There just might be a few wrestlers that I would not care to see.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So, I think I get what you're putting down, but yeah.
That is going to be it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us here on this very special Friday episode of For Exposure. For myself, you can find me up on all social media, Graymaker Wrestling Podcast. I just released a podcast with White Shirt William Taylor. He's been making a name for himself in LPW. You'll want to check that out.
So jealous.
Why?
Because White Shirt William Taylor rules.
I know, he's so badass.
Yeah, dude. Jealous, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So check that out. And I'm here every weekend with PLUGGO doing this show because it's a lot of fun. So where can they find you, my dude?
Well, you can find me at PLUGGO on all the social media platforms. You can find a Money in the Bank prediction show preview thing with on Between Two Beards last night with Stephanie Hypes. Go check that out. It's on this channel. I've got a Money in the Bank Power Rankings article coming up on lovewrestling.ca. It might already be up there. I'm not sure. I'll have to check, but it should be there ahead of Money in the Bank. And then, at B2 Beards. I always say that word. And all social medias for Between Two Beards every Thursday night, 8 p.m. with JPJ.
So, thank you to everyone in the chat. RK, Dara, Maria, Fernando, even Boris at the beginning of the show joining us. So thank you to everyone. Mrs. PLUGGO.
Watch his watch along tomorrow. Boris's watch along.
So LPW 38 is happening at the end of the month. We'll get you a preview show for that as well. And we're gonna peace out of here. So make sure you check out some wrestling this weekend. Let us know what you're watching, what you watched next week. Let us know. We want to hear about it. Yeah. That's going to be it for us this week.
See you later, Shuttlesworth. Peace.
Peace in the streets.